Hey guys, it's Jennifer. We are coming into the end of July right now in 2021. It has been a crazy kind of 18 months in the world, well, in the world, but especially in the world of real estate. And after this whole year of dealing with, 15 offers coming in on every property and homes selling for $50,000 over asking price, we are finally starting to see a shift a little bit back towards a more normal market. Overall showings are down. I know personally on our listings, things are now moving a lot slower. For the first time ever, we have listings that are actually sitting on the market that aren't gone after the very first weekend. And so how do you handle a shifting market? Because you've got two different sides. You're going to have to handle it one way with your sellers who are freaking out because they don't understand this is supposed to be the hottest market ever and their house didn't sell in 2 days. And then also, how are you going to handle it with buyers who are so beat down and discouraged and probably decided to not even buy this year because they were trying and just losing out on house after house. So when the market starts to change, this is really an opportunity for you to showcase your expertise, to put yourself, people are interested, they want to know what's going on, and you are the person who can provide that information for them. So I'm going to give you 3 tips today on communicating with buyers, sellers, and just your sphere in general when the market starts to shift. The first one is communication is key. People want to know what's going on. Now more than ever, I would really recommend that you do a weekly market update. What's going on in your neighborhood, showings wise, how many homes are hitting the market, how many are going under contract. The best way to do that is through video, because people will listen to you. It also helps them get to know you as a person. It makes it seem not so salesy and you're actually just sharing useful information. So record a quick 1-minute Monday market update and talk about what's happened the last week in the market in your area. People want to know that stuff, especially when it's starting to change a little bit. So make sure you are using data, share helpful things on social media, send something out to your sphere once a week now. Hey, the market's shifting a little bit. I'm going to send you an update every week to kind of let you know what's going on. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. So use the shifting market as an opportunity to really showcase what you know. The second one is when it comes to dealing with sellers. Your sellers might be panicking a little bit right now. I know some of our sellers are panicking. When a home isn't selling, and we used to do videos on this when your homes used to sit on the market for a month or two, what to do to keep your sellers happy. Now that things are having to sit for a little bit longer, the tendency is if your sellers are upset or they're antsy, to withdraw because you're afraid they're not happy with you, you need to do the opposite. You need to be talking to your sellers all the time right now. Share with them showing reports. Go in and be running reports for what's going on in their area as far as showings go. Market reports. Send them weekly updates on homes that have hit the market or have gone under contract in their neighborhood. Look, there's this many homes now sitting, nothing went under contract this last week. So share data with them and be in constant communication with them. Then they will know that you're doing your job and they will start to trust you that the market is just shifting. And if you can show them data that shows that it's not just their house that is getting low showings. I ran a showing report for this entire zip code and overall they were down 24% over the week before. When you share that kind of information with them, it calms them down a little bit, lets them know that it's not just them. Unfortunately, none of us can control the market. Some of them might be kicking themselves right now that they didn't list their house 3 months ago, but the market is fluid. It's always moving. Here is where it's at right now. Here are the things we're doing to market your home and get it sold. So be talking to them a lot. Don't let a week of no showings or a quiet week go by where they haven't heard from you, because when they don't hear from you is when they start to get upset. So with your sellers during a shifting market, make sure you are talking to them more than ever. And for buyers, this would be tip number 3. This is your chance to really start reaching out to anybody that you have talked to in the last year who was looking to buy a home. If they have not already bought, this is a great time to say, hey, remember when things were really crazy about 4 months ago and everything was selling for over list price? If you're still looking to buy, we are seeing a slowdown and interest rates are still low. So you can still take advantage of those interest rates and you might not be in a multiple offer situation. You can maybe even negotiate the sales price down a little bit and you can try to get those buyers back into the market. Look, if half this job is having conversations, making contacts and going on appointments, one of the toughest things is, well, what do I call people about? We don't just want to call and bug people. We want to call them with something useful. That's a great excuse to start calling everybody in your sphere, in your CRM that has come into an open house over the past year. If they haven't bought yet, it's a good time to call and say, hey, if you're still thinking about it, this is an opportunity for you because we are seeing a slowdown. Interest rates are still low. This would be a great time for you to hop in there, and you kind of missed the craziness. So you didn't pay, you're not having to pay too much. And we can negotiate you a good deal now if you're still interested in buying a home. A lot of buyers just got so discouraged after they lost out on 5 or 6 houses. They just decided to wait. They decided to lease, extend their lease for another year or just stay where they are. Communicate with them, if you're noticing the theme for today is communication, about what's going on and say, hey, I'm going to send you some stuff that's available. Take a look. If there's a house out there that they really like and there's not multiple offers in on it, let's give it a shot and throw an offer out and see what happens. So really, as I've mentioned before, when the market starts to shift is when you really need to shift into high gear and start talking to your sphere about what's going on in the market. Start talking to your sellers about what's going on in the market. Start talking to your buyers about how these changes might affect them. It's a crazy time and we'll see where it settles down into, but overall, it's still a really strong, healthy market. And so if you take advantage of it and you are working this every day and reaching out to people and having those conversations, and people want to know, they do. Talk to them about what's going on, and then you can start getting appointments. You can start getting those buyers under contract again if you've had a hard time doing that over the last year. If you're somebody who worked with buyers, I think you can start to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel now, because now is a great time to start getting those buyers back under contract. So I hope that helps this week. Go do a little bit of market research, share it with everybody you know, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great week.